Kia ora, nau mai, hara mai, and welcome to Grand Final number 2 of the ARL SAS College Sport Senior A Boys Rugby League Final between Avondale College and St. Paul's College Senior B team. As the rain starts to settle in here at Mount Smart Stadium, it's not too late to get down here and watch the finals on. The girls' final coming up is between Auckland Girls Grammar and Macaulay Girls High School, and the Senior A Boys final between St. Paul's College and De La Salle College. My name is Wade Brunston, and once again I'm gladly joined by ARL Head of Rep Programs and Pathways, TJ Ashford. TJ, how are you?
Oh, mate, back again. Game 2 for today. The game 1 was a cracker between Westlake Boys and Southern Cross, and I'm really looking forward to this one as well. 2 heavyweights of the Senior A competition coming together today, so very excited.
Yes, Avondale College, they're coached by former New Zealand Warrior Francis Melli.
Yes.
Yeah, they played James Cook in the Senior B final, semi-final last year and lost to them. Very good team on the rise, as a lot of them are now year 13s. And of course, St. Paul's, one of the best schools in New Zealand for rugby league.
Big heavyweight.
And they're coached by Dave McDermott. Some really good players in there.
Yeah, of course, Dave, part of our Mount Albert Rugby League Club as well, Mount Albert Lions Rugby League Club, so he's a local in rugby league footy here. It's good to see him helping back out at the schools as well.
Yes, rain's starting to really tumble down after our first final between Westlake Boys and Southern Cross, and that was taken out, if you didn't see that game, by Westlake Boys, 36 points to 10, which was a cracking game beforehand. It's going to be interesting to see how this field holds up for the rest of these games. As you can see there, the field's getting
it's a little bit dug up there, but I'm pretty sure they'll hold out fine. So we see the lights beaming down there. We're just going to go through the Avondale College team list as well. A few people to mention here is number 1 at the back, Douglas Televolt. I expect him to be bursting onto the ball today. He's got a good kick return on him. Another one to watch out for in the number 3 jersey is Sapaya Finotti. And the other one for Avondale College as well is number 9, Carlos William. He's actually come through our under-16 Sean Johnson Shield as well competition early in the year. So he's a big inclusion here for the Avondale College side. And a couple mentions in the St. Paul side as well, as we got captain today, Noah Hitotu Davis, Manadil Marlins boy, playing for school this year, and gets to lead the St. Paul's side out. So what an achievement for him. Number 7 as well, Blade Scully, was involved in our under-18s Dean Bell Cup side this year as well for the East Auckland side. So another one to watch out for. Al is the Eagle product as well, I believe. He plays junior club there. And the other one to mention as well is number 12, Lucky Cully. He's actually probably playing in an unfamiliar position as what I know him as. He was part of our Auckland under-16s this year that toured the Upper North Island. He played on the wing and in the centres, so bit of a positional change, but he's a great tough carrier of the footy. Got some good sting and defence, so looking forward to seeing Lucky Kelly out there today.
Yeah, he's a good player, Lucky Kelly, and also interesting to note in the second row, Shemaya Footy out of James Cook High School was actually in this final last year against De La Salle, starting halfback for them.
Well, again, another player playing out of position there, and but again, St. Paul's a great product school of rugby league here in Aotearoa, and if they're playing him in second row, he must have something special, so it's good to see him out there today.
Yeah, he's a big body and really good kicker of the ball too, is Shemaya Footy. Looks like St. Paul's will be kicking off, and they're running right to left on your screen. And I got to see Avondale College play last year. I haven't seen them play this year, and Francis Melliot's doing some really good work with them.
Man, just looking at them off camera here, man, they're a big side. In these conditions, if they can control the ball well, expect St. Paul's to, tidy up their middle defensively for sure, because if you get those big bodies breaking through a few tackles, it's going to be a hard one to stop for today.
That's that man, Shemaya Footy. Looks like he's going to get the game underway. Another left foot kicker.
Yeah, see, I told you, man, they're talented. They're talented.
That's a good kick down there, and conditions, ball technique into tackle is going to play a part in this game. There's Sire takes the first hit up of this game. For Nuti, he takes the second hit up. There's Major Mills now. There's good contact on Major. Alice the Eagles club is Major. As they just keep the ball nice and tight, but it's good defensive line speed there for St. Paul's College. As Avondale settle into their work They drop a player under here.
Oh, loose carry.
And there's that contact we're talking about from Eddie Seve.
Good shot right under the ball there.
So Seve want to protect the ball in this weather. There's St. Paul's through man, settle up through the middle of the field, and they settle into their work now.
So you see the replay there. Good shot by number 11, Shemaya Foti. He's knocking the ball loose. We see St. Paul's here hot on attack in good ball position.
There's that guy we'll be talking about, Lucky Carley, playing out of position in the second row. He's a very good player, Lucky.
Man, they got them for numbers here. It was like a 4-on-1 if he could let that pass go.
That's the big prop there. Malachi Filippo. Left foot step from
That's
Scully.
Scully, yeah.
So great depth at St. Paul's College. It's probably a major reason they're in the finals every year. Also, notable alumni last week, Christian Tui Puluto. Played on the wing for Tonga. He was a second rower for this team back in the day. And the referee's call here. Referee's looking to his touchy.
Oh,
He's saying
got the ball.
knock on Avondale.
Yeah, interesting change. Oh, interesting selection here as well. And Captain Noah Tutu Davis, normally a front row, normally plays in the middle of the field, either at prop or lock. And he's donning the number 6 jersey here for St. Paul's today. Definitely a skillful player though. I was privileged enough to have him actually come down to pre-season at the Manurua Marlins Premier side as well. So only a young guy, 15, 16 years of age, and he was able to mix it up with the big boys there as well. So he's got some talent.
Yeah, he's sort of got the same body shape as a former alumni student that's at the Roosters now, Celeste Fukiti. So Celeste's another player of that build from Rewa.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but Celeste's playing prop for the Roosters at the moment. As they look to settle on their 50, does
Malachi Filippo.
St. Paul's. They get to their left hand upright. They're looking left. Hooker jumps up. Goes short to Tokiaho, and he loses the ball.
Great goal line defence there by Avondale.
Yeah, great defence. Nice tight gates there. Hard to get through. And with this weather, ball protection, you don't really want to leave with the ball in this weather. You really want to get to the back and leave with a shoulder instead. As we see here.
Great
Good
job contact. Yeah, Avondale College flirting with the sideline there, almost taken over. Now I'm just failing to get on the front foot here.
Yeah, still keeping close to that touch line. As they head back through Major Mills. And he leans forward into that tackle, finds his
got
front.
a penalty too. Caught inside the 10 there, I believe. Wade, just by looking at the referee there. So, get out of jail free card because they were kept inside. This is the first time they've got the ball inside St. Paul's half this game. So.
Yeah, they really weren't up to much. St. Paul's were dominated in that ruck, but unfortunately, all discipline cost them there with just their line speed off the line. Sometimes you just got to give them an extra second, especially deep into your tackle count.
Yeah, for sure. Might have been a 5th tackle penalty too, I think. So, another coach killer.
Yeah, coach killers. We can talk about those during the week.
Yeah, yep. That's why my heart's no good, Wade. Too many of those.
Yeah. Is this a new thing? Touchy comes in and
yeah, I'm not sure, man. A bit of education on the run, I guess, for these young fellas, but yeah, I don't know. We've seen a fair bit in the first game as well.
And Manukua, that's a good hit up. So they just need to speed up the ruck there a little bit, does Avondale College. So they look for the offload, and it's great play in this weather. As Sire, he sits about 10 metres out in the 50. Yeah, great play the ball. And on the front foot here, and he's going to be close.
Oh, another penalty.
Yeah.
St. Paul's just guilty getting off the line a bit too quickly there, so 3 back-to-back defensive sets. Let's see if they can repel Avondale for another set.
Avondale want to play quickly. As Gwillem goes into dummy half. He's looking to his left. He goes that way, and they go block play out the back, and that's great defence there.
Junior Natini
jams in off his line, makes a great legs tackle. So they head back down that short side, and they drop the ball.
Yeah, probably not a play in these conditions either, Wade. High risk. low reward in that case. So, again, playing down the short side in these conditions.
Yeah, I think going back to that penalty, I probably would have taken the points, especially in this weather,
yeah,
you know.
Good call. Yeah.
Every point counts in the final, and especially against a team like St. Paul's. You can't give them anything, otherwise they can make you pay.
You can see there the size difference in the two packs there. Definitely Avondale towering over the St. Paul's boys at the moment. But again, both sides been very physical this early contest at the moment.
Yeah, look to settle this play up the field, and that's a good run and
Great
good
offload.
And they're going to go again.
Probably one pass too far there, but some great meters on the exit set there as we see another tough carry. Met by some physical defence here by Avondale.
Yeah, Scully into dummy half. They're going to go one out here through Filippo, Malakai Filippo. Gets a quick play the ball in. Matatini.
No runners there for St. Paul's. Bit of fatigue creeping in already. Wade, that's probably down to the 3 back-to-back defensive sets as well. So need some tough carries here with a good end of kickers. We see another offload that's gone to hand here. Some great speed shown.
They're going to get the ball back because I think Avondale played it there.
Yeah, it looked like it was played at.
What's the ref going to say? Touchy's saying, yep, played it.
Yeah, good call by the on-field officials there too, Wade.
Yeah, great call.
We see the great Glenn Lama here. He's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
He's in the building. He's ready to take over.
What a privilege. Get to call a game with this guy who called the Kiwi Test on the weekend. How good.
How good. Going to call that the girls' grand final and the senior A boys' grand final.
Yeah, it's both games going to be crackers. I'm even looking forward to the girls' contest in the next game as well, Wade.
Yeah, some great players
Auckland
in both
girls,
those teams.
yeah, Macaulay High.
There's St. Paul's. They look to sit on their right-hand side as they come back through Carly. Carly with the footwork. Gets through one.
He's definitely a danger man for me, Wade. I think they need to set up a bit of shape and just try and get lucky with some early ball one-on-one. He's got a tough carry on him and got some good leg speed as well.
Yeah, definitely agree there. It's Tokiaho. Gets a good play of the ball. It's Pereira.
Good shot.
Pereira. It's a very strong family name at the St. Paul's College. As they get the penalty there. And they'll reset again, St. Paul's. Avondale's been under the pump majority of this game so far. Here's Tokiaho. Sets the ball on the right-hand post. 3 metres from the line. They go back to Filippo, who's going to drop the ball. Wasn't the best of passes.
No, it wasn't. I just think as well, they're creating a bit of space with those lead runners on the try line there too, Wade. I think if the ball goes back to Blade Scully there, they've got an opportunity to attack some space. So probably just need to fix that little area up and just probably not, again, falling short on the one out sort of stuff.
Yeah, and their gates are very short. Avondale gates are very short inside their goalpost, so there's not going to be much opportunity to bash your way through there in this weather.
I suppose the play. Don't get me wrong, the play is good. Maybe get an extra player on as a tip on there, or you've got a face ball option. Just create a few more opportunities around the ruck there. But if you're going to go one out, especially close to the try line, as we see a knock on from the scrum base, I believe. Avondale again just failing to complete a set.
And penalty. Not too sure what the penalty's for.
Scrum by the look of it, off camera, just looking at that.
Avondale not back to 10, maybe.
Forward pass, I think it was, off the scrum base.
Thought it was a penalty, sorry, my bad. St. Paul's, let's see what they've learned so far. This is their third opportunity. They go down the short side, a little trick play there. That's a good defence. There's Manaya. He's going to drop the ball in the tackle. It's unfortunate. Avondale getting out of jail at the moment.
Bit messy there. I thought there were a few knees in the ruck, but again, you got to take a bit more responsibility. Get into your play the ball. I thought he earned the right there and just crowding at the ruck, but well played as a coach. I'd be happy with him pushing the envelope a little bit there. So we see an interchange there. Vice captain Joseph Pereira coming off for a spell.
Avondale look to get out of trouble for the third time in this half so far. And that's a good carry there. He's going to mousetrap it out of dummy half. Thought the referee is going to call a penalty there for offside.
I was having a look there.
That's a good hit up there from Uavale. And he's dropped that in the ruck.
Oh, another error by the look of it too, Wade.
Yeah, it's that type of game where it's raining. Ball handling is going to be very important, so someone might need to go buy the grip spray pretty fast.
Yeah, and a lot of it's actually been at the play the ball too. So that's, probably need to sacrifice a little bit of speed at the ruck there and just go with safety sets there. But, they've only had one opportunity really with those back-to-back sets. And like you said, they probably should have taken the 2 points there too. They would have taken an early advantage down there. So just maybe an opportunity to reset, again, turn the ball over inside their own half. And St. Paul's, as we see, almost dropped there by Tutu Davis.
Yeah, I think 2 points in the grand final, and this weather is gold. So in hindsight, Avondale probably wish they took the 2 points. As St. Paul's for the fourth time get their fourth opportunity.
Yeah.
And see if they've learned anything and can make it count. Maybe get Carly in some space out the back as they head to Carly now. And goes off the left foot. A good legs tackle from Mills. They scoot out of dummy half here. Beats one. And this finds his front.
Yes, lucky into acting half there. He's eyeing up the space, but no, he's opted to pass the ball. We've got some space here. Good little tip on there from St. Paul's. They're number 18. I don't have him on my team list. But number 18, I'm going to call you number 18 from now on. Great little lead line there. And goes in for the first try of today.
Yeah. St. Paul's finally learnt. They're going out the back with a block play. They're finding space. And if you have a look on the replay, you'll see how tight the gates are from Avondale College. And that's going to be on all day.
Yeah, correct. I just think, it was a simple catch and pass there. But again, they've identified the shortfall. And a good little lead line there by number 18 as well. Apologies to the man himself and the whānau at home. We don't have his name on our team sheet, unfortunately, guys. But we'll try and get that for you.
Yeah, and if you have a look at the gates there, look how tight those gates are.
Yeah, very thick around the ruck.
And they're going to find space out wide. If the gates are going to be that tight from Avondale, there's going to be a lot of space out the back if they can get the ball out in this condition.
Yeah, still 3 attacking players outside that winger that shot up there as well, man. So they were caught very short. Like you said, the spacing around the ruck, very tight. You do, as a coach, you definitely do want it to be thick around that area, obviously, and thin out towards the edge. But spacing was important there for Avondale, and they've just been caught out on the edge.
Yeah, and if you're a halfback and you can identify that second roller is in at that far post, as we call it, it's on to go on the outside. So interesting to see if these halfbacks are watching to see what the second row is doing. And Scully tries to convert this try. And beautiful left foot kick.
Played Scully 8.
And Scully
brought
takes
his kicking boots today.
Score out to 6-0.
Yeah, I know the score's only 6-0, but defending your try line for most of the first half as well, where it does definitely take a toll defensively on you, so it zaps a fair bit of gas out of your petrol tank. And Avondale, hopefully they can get a good deep kick here and force an error, and then strike back quickly, because if they can do that, brings it'll be quite positive. I think they're lining up on the 40 here, so not sure what's happening there. Yeah, come up there, lads. There you go.
He's having a bit of a giggle.
Yeah, it's actually not the first time I've seen that in the last 7 days. My son's team played last weekend. The whole game they were kicking off on the 40, so a bit of advantage there for the home team. But, yeah, we've got there in the end. That's all that matters.
That's what happens when your son's 7 years old and can kick it 60 metres.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, definitely gets it from his father.
There's Avondale kickoff. There's a good kick.
Good, strong carry.
Filippo finds his front.
He's been good so far today as well. Wade, not much to him. Tall, lanky frame, but got some tough carries on him.
As for Shamaya Futi, he makes it up to about the 40-metre mark. Played halfback last year in this final for a total different new school. So they make the hit-ups to their rights. They just roll to their right edge. Major Mills round the legs there. As Tukuoho sets the ball inside their half. Head down the short side. And Carly comes up with that. And heads back to
Called
Matini.
forward here.
Oh,
Unlucky. But Tutu Davis, not known for his kicking prowess, I would say. I saw him taking some field goals in pre-season, and I'll tell you what, keep practicing, my friend. But a good kick chase there by Lucky Kelly.
I thought you were about to say you taught him everything.
Nah. Can't take credit for that, man. But I don't think it was that pass, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was the pass earlier from Lucky Kelly on the kick regather. But it was a good bit of attacking prowess there from the St. Paul's team.
Yeah, they really got Avondale College under the pump, and they get out of jail. As the Auckland Girls Grammar watch on, waiting for their final up next. It's going to be a big game against Macaulay.
Yeah, I actually watched the Macaulay Girls a couple of weeks ago, Wade. I know Ags are probably favourite, but man, I was happy with some of the plays that Macaulay put on. It was a bit drier in terms of weather, but a big physical side, very quick around the park as well. So it's going to be a cracker.
I've seen them play too against James Cook High School, and they have got some shoulders.
Yeah, they do, mate.
They can hit.
It's going to be an enjoyable game to watch.
And also know a few of the girls in the Auckland Girls Grammar team as Avondale make a mistake through Mills. And once again, St. Paul's are on the attack. For your man, Hututu Davis. So unfortunately here, Major Mills just spills the ball. Hands went ready.
Yeah, just another error. So we see Avondale muscle up here defensively. Just a bit too aggressive there. Referee's asking to peel away, and they're stuck in the tackle there.
Yeah, Carlos Guillem, he's just asking the question, just holding on a little bit too long. And Scully will look for touch.
Big front rower telling him, hey, mate, take the kick for touch over here, eh? He probably needed it, to be honest. He just found the touch line, so.
And he hit the touchy in the back.
Yeah.
Great kick. As the touchy runs infield, I've seen this a couple times today, seen it in the last final two, so must be a new thing from the touchies.
Yeah, I'm not sure there. I have to read up on the rules. Normally it's a tap 10 metres in on that one, but I'm not sure what's happened there. But that's okay. On-field officials, they know the rules, man. They study it. They work hard for it. So we see Lucky Kelly taking a carry close to the line.
Yeah, Carly, very, very good player. There's the
number
try
18
scorer,
again.
18.
We're still trying to get his name, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try and get it by the end of the game, fingers crossed.
Yeah, head to the left-hand side for Lorenzo Stevenson. Another big strapping lad. There's Avondale knock on there.
Yeah, repeat set.
Just waiting for the referee. Referee now back to 0. So St. Paul's.
Little wraparound play. Tough carry. Tutu Davis. He's going to go all the way through.
That's a great play from Hututu Davis. He just didn't give up. Kept the legs pumping.
Yeah, again, he's traditionally plays in the middle, Wade. I was a bit surprised to see him wearing the number 6 jersey today, but again, just from what I've seen throughout his career so far, he's definitely a skillful player. Old-fashioned wraparound, man. I haven't seen that for a few years, but just goes to show it still works.
Still works, the old wraparound.
Yeah. Just too strong, man. And again, like I said, I worked with him through preseason. He showed his strength through preseason as well, training through with all the Premier boys. See a nice little wraparound, and Avondale just not sliding off there.
Yeah, Timoni, the halfback, he's struggling.
That's a tough carry, man. The first contact was made on him 10 metres out there, and he's just dragged them all the way to the try line.
Got 4 there, though.
Question mark on the pass, but
backwards out of the hands.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And 2 tackles, 3, 4.
Just failed to stop his momentum there, but tough carry. Nor as well. He was actually part of the Auckland South team that won. Was actually Tamaki ki te Tonga, I should represent it that way. But they played under 16s grand final for the Sean Johnson Shield. at Mount Smart number 1, and they come away with the chocolates on that day. So,
That's Coach Rukaloza.
yeah, Rokaloza, yeah, Howard Cornet's Premier coach. Did a great job with those boys out south as well. And it was actually good to have someone of his knowledge and experience, a Premier coach, actually coming back to give back to the boys as well, with Rooka's son, Hami, as well, playing in the major grand final for De La Salle at the end of today.
He is too, and he's a standout player this year as Hami Loza. The kick comes in from Scully.
Mate, he's got it.
He hits it.
He's got his kicking boots for sure. I keep telling you, these left footers, Wade.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make my grandson a left footer, I think. As St. Paul's College go out to 12-0. 2 converted tries. First try to number 18. Second try to Hotutu Davis. And they're really looking really solid at St. Paul's. So Dave McDermott, he's working some magic today. 3 minutes to go in this half. As Avondale kick off again. And the ball's brought back strongly from Lorenzo Stevenson. He's getting dragged back. Avondale need to be wary. They'll give away a penalty. It's Shemaiah Futu.
Yeah, good tough carry there. Late offload of the line too. Some good meters here for St. Paul's.
Yeah, shoulder charge there.
Yeah, he's called it.
Coach Francis Millett won't be happy with the discipline at the moment. So Tutu Davis, and that's why he's probably a prop.
Yeah, I think they're just failing to. Oh yeah, when you got Blade Scully on there as well, he's been kicking as well as he has. Probably needed to slow it down a little bit there and find touch, but St. Paul's given Avondale a good opportunity here. Hopefully they can complete their set. I don't think they've completed one at the moment, so.
Major Mills. It's a tough carry up against a big, strong St. Paul's team. St. Paul's, they got really good line speed at the moment, so Sevet needs to get a quicker play of the ball in. They go again.
Good carry.
Bit of a strip there, but they get away with it. Nualatia. Eddie Sevet comes back for another hit up. They'll be looking to Eddie to get them a strong field position. Avondale now, they're about 20 metres out. Once again, good line speed for St. Paul's on the last, and that's a great kick into the end goal. And you're going to get a repeat set, 1 minute 30 to go.
Yeah, big defensive set here for St. Paul's two-way. They've been pretty dominant this first half, and if Avondale can snag a try here, takes a little bit of pressure off them to chase points in the second half. So big set coming up for both sides.
Yeah, it'd be good for their confidence too, get back into this game.
Yeah, for sure. It feels like they've been defending most of the game. I think they had 3 back-to-back sets early, and then they've failed to get out of their own half since then.
Here's Footy, another left footer.
Major
Mills is going to try and trap it with his foot, but kick it out. And it just seems to sum up Avondale's day at the moment. They need it. They're really looking forward to half-time where they can get with Francis Mellett, have a bit of a chat. And St. Paul's are going to get one last opportunity before half-time. They can really put the nail in the coffin here if they can get a try.
Yeah, good carry there.
That's a great carry. St. Paul's work really hard. 40 seconds to go. That's another kid from out of Rewa, Sapulu.
Big breeding ground out there, Wade.
The biggest.
Yeah, shout out to any of my Premier boys for the Monadale Marlins watching today.
As man sets a good platform here for Hoya. 20 seconds to go. There's St. Paul's for Carly. Hotutu Davis, he's going to have a go. The prop playing in number 6.
Had a strong first half today too, Wade.
Yes, it's Carly.
Carly. Don't give this boy some space, he's quick.
Oh, another shoulder charge there. And that's half time, and that shoulder charge was missed by the referee. And St. Paul's are going to go into the half-time break with 2 tries lead at 12 points to 0. So,
yeah, good start by St. Paul's in this Senior A Grand Final too, Wade. Obviously 12 points, big head start, especially in these conditions. They could probably tighten up defensively in the second half and try and turn the screws a little bit on this Avondale side. But good start for them. Avondale probably just need to regroup and start again in the second half.
Yeah, we'll go to a halftime break and we'll be back shortly in this Senior A Grand Final.
Gotta get up in the morning. Gotta get up. Every day I gotta try. Come on, get yourself up. On and wake up in the morning. Body sore from last night's training. Dude, run harder, tackle with intention. Make run the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. Give your all, pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your days, rip your cover, your selection. This that thing that you've been missing. Don't play rugby league. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
Welcome back to the Senior A Grand Final between St. Paul's College B and Avondale College. At the moment, St. Paul's have dominated this match in the first half and are winning 12 points to 0. However, it hasn't been too kind to us in this game as it's pretty much rained the whole game. So it's been quite a stop-start affair. However, St. Paul's have taken the most advantage of the conditions, TJ.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow start for Avondale College. I think they've only completed one set, which was a good repeat set there late in the first half. So it's quite hard to be involved in the game or have a leg up in any area if you keep dropping the ball like that. So they've got tough times ahead, but there's still a half a footy, and it's 12 points is definitely doable. So they're still involved in this game.
Yeah, and the first try here was scored by the guy with no name, number 18, as no one can find out what his name is at the moment, and he just runs a nice overs line and scores quite an easy try, as the gates from Avondale inside the try line are pretty tight. There's a lot of space out the back.
Yeah, we spoke about that earlier on in the game as well. There's a bit of space there if they get a two-pass going on there, and they managed to capitalise on that. And we're moving into try number 2 here. Leading from the front, captain Noah Hitutu Davis just said, boys, get on my back, and I'll take you to the try line there with a great carry and an old-fashioned wraparound. I haven't seen these in a long, long time, but it's effective.
Yeah, he's got away with a forward pass there, but good leg drive here, and I'm sure this will be on TikTok later on tonight. So keep talking him up. You'll be famous on TikTok later.
Yeah, I don't know if he's allowed social media as Noah, so he's very focused on his schoolwork and his footy at the moment. But again, nice young kid. I had the pleasure of dealing with him through pre-season, and he's a good young kid, good talent coming through the grades for our clubs as well.
Yeah, Avondale will kick off the second half, and the rain is really coming down now. Still good support here, and it's not too late to get down here, because after this game we have our Premier Girls and Premier Boys finals, with the Premier Boys kicking off around about 4 o'clock this afternoon as footy brings back the first hit up. It's had a strong game here, Shemaiah. It's looking really good. First year at St. Paul's. That's a great hit up there.
Yeah, obviously with Shemaiah Footy as well, playing in the halves for James Cook last year. Obviously he's got a bit of skill set to him as well, and playing in the back row there, he's got a fair bit of size to him. So see if he can get his hands on the ball a little bit more and break this game open.
Yeah, he's actually a first 5 in rugby as well.
Oh, nice.
And he has a massive punt on him.
Yeah.
And he can kick goals from everywhere. So he's got a really good skill set, this Shemaiah. I think he just lacks a bit of confidence.
Yep.
And I think when he gets that confidence, he could be one of the most damaging players in the comp. And he needs to work on just a bit of mental toughness at training hard.
Yep. Was a nice carry there by number 15, Lorenzo Stevenson, as well. Another product of, I believe he was Auckland East as well, Tamaki ki te Rawhiti, for our under-18s Dean Bell Cup this year as well. So another byproduct of that competition.
And also out of the Manarua Marlins Club, another one.
Stack it up.
The St. Paul's in Manarua or something.
Actually, there's quite a few boys that are from that area as well that go to that school. But again, good football school. James Cook and Manarua High School recently got their first 13s off the ground as well, and they're doing quite well over the last couple of years. So knowing some people at the James Cook High School a little bit well, I understand they're looking to branch out a little bit next year as well and get a few more teams involved in the competition. So that's very exciting for the boys out of Manarua.
Yep. James Cook High School, they joined the college premier grade this year.
Yeah, nice.
They beat Manarua High, so they are the top school in Manarua for rugby league at the moment.
Yeah, that's the one.
Unless St. Paul's moves out with all their Manarua students, and St. Paul's will be number one forever.
Actually, one of the boys at James Cook, Tim Tiatia, he's actually playing premiers for me at the moment as well. But he's a gun player. Workload is massive at the moment, obviously playing first 13 for school in the Premier Division and then having to back up again on a Saturday. But it's a great young kid to have around. Quiet, but very skillful as well.
Yeah, he's a tough kid, as Timothy Tiatia, and rightly so, was in the Warriors development system. He plays 13 for James Cook.
Yeah.
He absolutely folds everyone that runs at him. But he plays centre for you, I understand.
He's not playing in the middle for me. I've actually got another James Cook boy there at the moment as well, Frank Baniani. So he's actually killing it at the moment too. He's been a good young product from James Cook.
Yeah, there's a few good players coming out of there. As Scully takes the lead out to 14-0.
Oh, great camera action there too. How good. The stream shop, killing it.
And St. Paul's come back through. Number 18, he's a big man.
Good short side play. He's been good today.
I love players that run with the ball in two hands.
Nice little play. Good show of toe there too.
And they head back to the middle of the field to St. Paul's as they really look to take a stranglehold of this game and break the spirit of Avondale College. They head back to the middle of the field. And it's going to be a penalty.
Called a shepherd there.
It's unfortunate. It was building nicely for St. Paul's, but
yeah, we see a bit of that too, eh? You know, just drifting across sideways. I just think players need to square up a little bit, straighten up a little bit as they get into contact. But Avondale get one again. Get out of jail free card. So let's see if they can do some damage with the ball.
Yes, this man Sevet, he's been their best player so far. Sevet. As Avondale work through their set, and they're going to go wide early. They find a bit of space as St. Paul's is really jammed in. They're going to chance their arm down the short side again.
He's made the break too. It's number 3, Sapai Whanotti. We mentioned him in the early call.
It's a good run from Sapai.
Man, a try here could really bring it back too, Wade. Give Avondale a bit of confidence.
And that's all they need. They just need a bit of confidence. As they put a kick through to the fullback. And that man, Sapolu, he brings the ball back. It's only year 11 as Sapolu, so another 2 years left in this grade. I can see him progressing up. Once again, Sapolu, another Rewa junior. If you guys need, we've got scholarships available at James Cook High School. You get a free lunch. There's Carly off his right foot. He's going to go through an offload. There's 18, carries on. He finds his front. Needs a quick play of the ball here.
18's done well since coming on too.
He has. He's done really well as the ball goes to ground there.
Oh, and unlucky.
That's a good hit there from Talavolt. Talavolt bangs Natani, and Natani slides over the sideline.
I've just been told by one of the great men here, number 18 is actually Sione Siulua. So apologies, we haven't got your name earlier, mate, but you've been playing outstanding today.
He's down here as number 17.
Yep. unfortunately, in my career, sometimes these things happen. But yeah, we've got there in the end.
We got
That's
there,
the most
we got
important
there.
part.
17 must have been too small for him to put on.
Yep. He's been doing some tough carries today. He's played well.
Actually, I might have seen Fafita Hala wearing number 17 as he posted in the St. Paul's change room earlier today.
Ah, yeah.
He'll be back with the Tigers as Fafita Hala is part of the Tigers pathway, but he's also been a great coach and supporter of St. Paul's.
Yeah,
over the
he's
years.
actually been involved in our Auckland Reps scene as well through the ARL competition, and he actually was the coach of the under 15s grade, the Auckland Vulcans side that won at the Nationals a few years ago. So
And that's the only Auckland Vulcans team to
it
ever
is
win.
the only Auckland Vulcans team to ever win in that competition. So it was a great opportunity for Fitter, and he's a good coach and got a good relationship with some of these boys. As we see another good strong carry there by Avondale.
Yes, they head to the middle of the field and set on the 50, 10 metres out. They run a block play, and this gets on the outside there, off the right foot. And he's going to go
He's
over
gone
there
in.
in the corner. There's Demetrius Gagal. And the ref's going to blow time up here and have a chat to his touchy. The touchy's saying ball down by the looks of it.
He's going to call it a
He's
try.
going to give them a try. And great work from Demetrius Gagal.
So in these conditions, man, that was actually a great swing play there from Avondale College, and we saw Douglas Tullervelt join in the back there, and a nice little draw and pass, tipping onto Gugo, and again tough carry just in the corner there, and managed to get the ball down. And at 14 points to 4, kick to come, the game is still very much alive, Wade.
Yeah, they're back in it. And that was, like you said, Tullervelt, he sweeps around nicely at the back here, and he gets a good offload to Gagal, who has a beautiful right foot step and scores in the corner. Hopefully we can get a better replay. There's Gagal scores a beautiful try in the corner, and look at the rain in the background.
Yeah, the camera's doing it justice there, man. It's been like this for the last hour, I suppose, but weather conditions, the ball handling hasn't been too bad, I guess, with the conditions today.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, and that's a good kick. Unfortunately, it's going to fall short. As Sione Ale is short, and the score stays 14 points to 4. But they're back in this game now, Avondale. They just need to complete this next set, get a good kick in, and jam them down the other end. And St. Paul's look to be tiring a little bit there, TJ.
Yeah, defensively it's going to be a big set for St. Paul's. If they back this up with a penalty or anything like that and give Avondale a sniff here, I have a feeling that they could snag another try. And if we can bring it in with it between 4 and 6 points, man, it's going to be a good opportunity for Avondale on the back end of the second half.
Yeah, I think so too. Very correct there.
Confidence is just a hard thing to stop, Once you're on a bit of momentum swing and you got confidence behind you, man, sometimes it's real hard to stop it. So if Avondale can snag another quick try here, it's going to be an exciting back into our second half.
If we can get this kickoff underway.
Yeah, well, they've managed to do it at halfway this time, so we've learnt from the first half.
The referee blows time, back on. And Footy gets us underway again. That's a big kick into the corner, and it's going to find touch.
Oh, he has too. He's put a foot on the line there. Great kickoff.
Great kickoff from Footy. And the coach killer happens again. Foot on the line. Ball's going to be turned over to St. Paul's. And under the new rules, there's no scrum. It's just going to be a straight handover. Here's St. Paul's now head towards the try line. And he's going to get close, and he scored it. And is it
That's a second.
Siula?
That's Siulua.
Siulua, he gets a second try. He's been massive since he's come off the bench. And he takes the score out to 18 points to 4.
He's played some big minutes too.
He has.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
He's been very impressive off the bench. He looks a bit of a beast of a kid.
Good
He just
carry there.
bumps through the tackle there with ease and scores right in front of the referee.
This Avondale, man, failing to get off their line properly as a group there and come up with a staggered line, and You saw there, isolating a defender. Footwork by the big fella. Sione gets in for his double. He's played outstanding today.
Yeah, he's actually changed the game since he's come on. He's Sioloa. Really enjoyed watching him go about his work. And that's as a coach, as one coach killer, not taking the ball from kickoff. And then first tackle, you let the try in.
Yeah, especially after points, eh? That's massive. And again, it's a momentum swing now, and they've gone from the highs after scoring the points straight to the lows. So, look, maybe they might go short here and get a regather and get another try. But St. Paul's, I think, just have extended the lead a little bit too much now. It's 20 points to 4. So the rain keeps bucketing down here at Mount Smart Stadium number 2.
And conditions aren't going to help Avondale College. This guy here, Siola, he has been outstanding since he's got on the field. Avondale go to kick off again at 20 points to 4 in the second half. And from the back fence, there's Filippo, Malachi Filippo. He's done some really good work in this game. There's Footy now, he takes tackle 2. In the notes we got, they described him as a young Jason Tamalolo.
Oh, nice. Well, that's someone to be proud of being, like following. So another Auckland product was Jason Tamalolo.
And Stephen Moala's on the field now. Stephen Moala, the younger brother of Sione Moala. His dad's name is also Sione Moala, who played for Pakuranga Jaguars. A shout out to his older brother, who's over there with the Canberra Raiders at the moment, playing Jersey flag. There's Hututu Davis goes to the skies, and it's well taken by Talaval. Talaval plays the ball, and a try score at goal. He's going to scoot out of dummy half and make some good meters. So they look to head down the short side. And that's a good hit up from the half, Paul Afua.
Nice compressed defensive line, but we see a nice break there by number 11, Eddie Sevet. So he takes on the fullback. He's got enough toe.
And Eddie Sevet, he scores their second try. There's a great set from Avondale College. They had a bit of a OB's play going on there.
Man, where has that guy been all day, Wade? Well, with a run like that, man, I'm surprised they haven't gone to him more often. But, man, he just sliced through. It was compressed defence by St. Paul's as well. But poor first up contact and showed too much toe. Got around the fullback there to score his try for today.
Yeah, Eddie Sevet. I'm sure I've seen his name around the traps for a while now. He just hits an unders line here off the right foot. Straight through the gap. Around the fullback, Sapolu. Shows a clean pair of heels to beat young Sapolu to the try line. And Sapolu comes and just can't get him. And Sevet scores a fantastic try in the right-hand corner. I think he's been Avondale's best player.
How much time we got left in this contest, Wade?
Must be too much more time.
That'll be too much. Yeah, that try could prove the difference. It's a nice little play here. Oh, good late footwork.
Yeah, straight through the hole. Eddie Sevet, left foot.
Great run.
Sapolu has a great attempt here, but in this weather, a big man, that speed.
Yeah, he showed some toe for a second row too, man. It was a great run. Again, late footwork at the line in this kind of weather. Proved too difficult for St. Paul's, and like I said earlier, they were compressed in defence as well, so I was surprised they didn't get better contact on him. But, yeah, great try by Seve.
9 minutes to go. Still a bit of time here for Avondale. They'll need to go back to back.
Yeah, still only 12 points, eh? So they're still in the hunt. It's two converted tries.
Well, the good thing is they caught the ball from kickoff, so
yeah, great start.
That's going to help.
Great start to the set. Look for Seve to get his hands on the ball here if they can create some space for him. We see Carlos William, and I think they've got a penalty on this one as well.
Yeah, going to get the piggyback out. That's great work from Sire. Working hard for his school, his teammates. And
just holding on a bit too long there.
Unfortunately, Siolua has a second grab at the legs. There's Fanuti. He's been quite strong for Fanuti. I've liked his work on this left edge.
He made that long break earlier as well, as we see it. Nice run there, met with some heavy contact by Sione Ali. Again, that's our man wearing the number 18, Siolua.
There's Hanukul. Settles the ball up towards their left-hand upright. They head to their right-hand side for Nualatia. And Nualatia is going to get close.
Man, a try here could be interesting.
Yeah, it's on. It's on the right-hand side, I think. And here he goes. He's going to scoot low,
William,
and he's short.
He's short. Great defence.
It's still on the right-hand side if they can get the ball out there. And they go to the right. That's a beautiful little kick. I think he's gone past the ball. And the touch he gives the call.
No, he's gone back to the 20.
Yeah,
missed opportunity there.
They could have been right back in this game if Gogo could have got his second try.
They just need to muscle up here. Wade, obviously the game's not too far out of reach. And if they can snag maybe an error here by St. Paul's with some heavy contact. Get the ball back in some good field position. Get a quick try. That was so close.
So close.
Lucky. Was that Demetrius Gogo again?
It was.
He's been outstanding in the second half as well.
There's big defence there from the big man, Sire. There's St. Paul's on their 7-tackle set. That's a good run. Getting them out of trouble and up to halfway. They head back to the middle for Natani.
Just a simple back 5 set here too, Wade. Obviously tucking the ball in nice and tight. Sione Siolua with a nice little tip on there. As Noah Tutu Davis goes through. Siokali breaks the tackle as well. Goes in for his first try of today.
Lucky Kali.
Sorry, calling his brother, was it? I think he's in the St. Paul's team later on. Apologies there, Lucky.
Yeah, and that guy Lucky, he's had a quiet game. But if you get him involved, he can do some really good damage. But that was, once again, Hotutu Davis. His option taking is unreal.
Yeah, good support play there. Again, not playing in his traditional position, but he's pushed up in support. And then again, Siolua with a nice little tip on plate, returning favour in the second half. And Noah just taking the right option there late as well. Good pass here. Good show of strength too, Wade, by Lucky to break through that tackle and goes in for his first 4-pointer for today as well.
Yeah, he's a bit of a specimen as Lucky Kali. So any contact you do on him, it has to be solid. You can't come in half-hearted. He's got a good reach. There's Hotutu Davis with a beautiful pass and a good fend here from Lucky Kali. You need to do better than that. And he grounds the ball just before the short in goal here. There's St. Paul's. Extend their lead in this game. Scully, I don't think he's missed a goal yet.
No, he hasn't, man. He's got it lined up smooth as well, so I'm backing him in here, Wade.
Scully moves in.
Oh, I put the mocker on him.
I knew that was going to happen. I don't want to say it.
Even still, he's been kicking well today.
He has.
Well done, Blade.
And that keeps the score at 24 points to 8. There's be a couple of minutes left to go. as that seems to have sucked the life out of Avondale as they walk back slowly to halfway. Keep your heads up, Avondale. You've done well to get to this final.
Yeah, for sure. Again, congratulations to both teams. And it's been, it's a tough road, obviously, to get to the finals in the first place. So it's a good opportunity for these boys, like I said in the first game. And playing here is a privilege as well. So it's a good opportunity for these boys to showcase their skills.
100%. You never know who's watching either.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you said, you're at Panthers the other day, and they were talking about the Sean Johnston and Dean Bell Cup.
Yeah, that was massive for us, man. A competition that we worked in conjunction with the Vodafone Warriors this year, and just to be acknowledged by some other NRL clubs that they're actually sitting there watching our games. So, good, like I said, good opportunity for these boys to showcase and get some opportunities to play our great game.
Yeah, 100%. And any team that comes up against St. Paul's, you're in for a battle, and you can't give them anything any time you play them. And unfortunately, I think the start for Avondale, they let St. Paul's in a bit too early. So they're always going to be up against it, but good learning for a lot of these kids. Probably a lot of rugby players in here too, so they're playing our great game of rugby league. As St. Paul's look to go further ahead. And that's well fielded there by Paul R4. So hopefully Avondale College here, they can finish on a high as they look to get out of their half. Through Douglas Tullival. They keep down their left-hand side.
Yeah, he's got a forward pass here too. I think as we saw a nice in and away there, but unfortunately, the pass beforehand went forward.
Yeah, punter, he was away there. Good footwork from punter. Just unfortunately, the ball to him was a bad one. As he looks like he's got cold fingers.
Yep, but done a bit of damage to those by the look of it. Strapped up.
And St. Paul's, they want to finish this game on a high, and this guy has been outstanding.
Yeah, he's been good today.
Sione Siolua, big, strong. I don't think he's made too many mistakes. He's just set up his team nicely. And here goes Kali again. There's better contact there from Funuti. As they jump out of dummy half. Get very close, does Matini. And that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, fair penalty too.
Yeah, he
can't reach in the ruck like that. But with 2 minutes to go, Wade, got to try whatever you can, obviously. But
try your luck, and hopefully the ref feels sorry for you.
Yeah.
Scully taps the ball. And Stephen Moala, brother of Sione Moala.
He looks like he's playing in the middle. He played in the centres for our Tamaki Ki Te Rāwhiti under-16s team this year too. Sean Johnson Shield, as we see a little error there by St. Paul's, but it's good to see a few of these boys in our system and stuff coming through college rugby league, so it's good to see the pathway there.
Yeah, and unfortunately here, Otutu Davis takes a big shoulder. Avondale were lucky not to be penalised there for no arms. As we count down the last minute. See if Avondale College have a shot here from long range. There's a big defence here from St. Paul's. Paul R4, he's had a good game. There's Sevet. Was looking for that ball. 18 seconds to go. One last shot here for Avondale. So they look for the little chip kick. Yeah. Oh, it's play on
he's picked
here.
it up. There's a foot race.
And
Number
Panga
17.
going to get there. And Sapolu.
Wow. Great cover tackle.
Great cover tackle from Sapolu. And no need. Game's over, boys. It's all right. Don't need to come running in.
Yeah, great game nonetheless, though. Great finish, too. Showed a bit of wheels there. And then, obviously, Braden Sapulu, Marlin's product there, coming across late and saving that try for his team as well.
Yeah, didn't give up on the play.
But that's a great attitude thing there, too, Wade. Leading the contest, if they score or not, it doesn't matter about the result. But, obviously, it still mattered to him. So, great attitude thing there, going right down to the whistle for St. Paul's.
Yeah, 100% agree there. Just effort and attitude there at the end from Sapolu. And he keeps the score 24 points to 8. Great game from St. Paul's B team to take out this final. Really looking forward to the next two finals. They scored 5 tries to 2 with St. Paul's. They kneel down in prayer in Avondale College, coached by one of the best wingers in the world, Francis Millet. They've done a great job. Francis has been with Avondale College for 2 years now, and he's got them through to the final. So hopefully we see Avondale progress over the next few years. But take your head off to St. Paul's, well coached, well drilled, well executed in this weather.
Yeah, for sure. They played some outstanding football. They played to the conditions, and they took most of the opportunities that they were given as well. So, but again, to make a grand final, congratulations to both sides, players, coaches, managers, everyone that's been involved with both teams. So congratulations to all. And yeah, well done. Hopefully we see all these boys back again next year.
Yeah, so as we wrap up this game, go through the tries of the second half. And the first try goes to that man,
Seulua,
who backs up on the inside here. Oh, this is Lucky Kali's try, sorry. There's Lucky Kali. Gets that beautiful ball from Hotutu Davis. And the boys line up, shake hands. It was a great game. Great game of footy.
I think that comes to an end for me and you, Wade. That's you done for today, eh?
That's me done, brother.
So it's been a pleasure calling with you, my friend.
You too, brother.
You're a legend of the game, bro, so it's good to have you on board. And make sure you guys tune in to our live stream on the weekend. I believe Wade's commentating that game as well. So
yeah, down in Hibiscus Coast there for their anniversary or whatever they got on Jubilee.
I think it's their 40th year, 50th year, something at Hibiscus Coast. So they've been doing the club's been doing great lately with Wax Jeremiah Pye there. And but it's been a pleasure, Wade. Thank you very much for coming on.
Good luck for the rest of the day.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Gotta get up in the morning. Gotta get up. Every day I gotta try. Come on, get yourself up.
On and wake up in the morning. Body sore from last night's training. Dude run harder, tackle with intention. Make run the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. Give your all, pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your day, strip your cover your selection. It's that thing that you've been missing.
Don't play rugby league. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
I'd like to now call up the runners-up from Avondale captains to say a few words and present them with the medals.
Hello. Just like to thank everyone for coming up. All glory to God. Boys, hard luck. Maybe next year. Short St. Paul's for giving us a good run. Thanks to ARL for holding this comp.
Mo? I'd now like to invite the captain of St. Paul's up to say a few words.
First, I just want to thank Avondale for the main game. He's really played your hearts out. And to our boys, you all put your best foot forward and they're sharing the results. To all the supporters, thanks for coming out. And that's all for you. Thank you.
Just like the previous match, something a little bit different this year, we're picking an MVP of every final game. And your MVP as well, again, for today is the captain of St. Paul's, Noah Hititu Davis. And again, Noah, if you'd like to come and get your hands on the Senior A Cup, mate. Your champions for 2022 Senior A competition, St. Paul's College.